guys, it's your girl Kylie J here and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is just a quick tutorial on how to easily and effectively apply false press-on nails. I hope you find this helpful and let's get started. As you can see here, I have all of the products that I'm going to use laid out so it's quick for me to grab and use. The first thing I'm going to do is trim all of my nails. This step is kind of optional. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. In my opinion, unless you're trying to grow out your nails, it's probably best to cut off the extra edge just in case for some reason if the false nail would snap off, it wouldn't tear into your real nail because as we can all figure, that would probably hurt very much. So on both of my hands, I'm just trimming down all of the nails a little bit so they're nice and short. Now that we're done trimming the nails, it's time to file them, and this is pretty much important regardless if you're using press-ons or not. So I am filing all of my nails that I trimmed, and when you file, it's important to make sure you go in the same direction. That way, as your nail grows, it helps to prevent breakage, whereas if you go back and forth, I don't know how to explain it properly, but it makes almost like a crisscross pattern, which promotes nail breakage. So, point of the story, just go one way when you're filing, as you see I'm doing here. Also, the file that I'm using for this has more of a softer grit to it. Now, the file that I'm using next has more of a rough grit, and I am using this on my nail bed, and I'm using it very lightly, and all this is doing is roughing up the nail bed a little bit. So when you apply the glue and then the nail, it helps it stick a little bit better. It's giving your nail more of a rough surface. This step is optional, but I've found to have better results when I do this as opposed to not doing it. Now I'm using a little brush to brush away all the nail dust that I just created so it's off my nail and it's nice and clean. Now for the fun part. This is the pack of false nails that I will be using. I got this from my local drugstore and it was $7. In the pack it comes with I think 28 false nails and a little tube of glue. Alright, now we have the pack of nails open and we're ready to start matching them up to our fingernails. Each nail, you can't really see on my camera because very poor quality, each nail has a number on it. So like this one is number 4. These numbers are not beneficial to me at all. I hardly pay any attention to them, but I don't know, there might be people out there who do use the numbers. So just so you know, those are there. All I'm doing now is just picking up a nail, placing it on my finger and seeing if it fits properly. And you will know that it fits properly when it covers your whole nail without overlapping onto your skin. When it overlaps onto your skin, if you would glue that down, the glue won't stay. It'll be much easier for it to tear off your nail. It's kind of like when nail professionals say that you don't want to get acrylic on your cuticle because that causes lifting. Well, it's pretty much the same thing with applying false nails. And you don't want the nail to be too small. You'll know if it's too small because you'll be able to see the sides of your real nail. You don't want it to be too small because obviously it won't fit, which means that the nail could pop off much easier. So it is very important to make sure that you're finding the correct fit of the nail. As I go through and I test each nail out, I like to set them down in a row like this because it's much easier when I'm ready to glue. I can just pick up the nails in order and just glue them right on. Plus this way it keeps it a little more neat and organized. Now that I picked out all the nails that I'm going to use, it is time to start gluing them. So to open this glue, you just have to twist it. It tells you that right on the cap. Once you pop off that little tab thingy, you are now ready to use the glue. This is what I was talking about with keeping the nails in a nice organized line. It's easy to just pick it up, put the glue on, and know what nail goes to what finger. So when you're squeezing out the glue, you want to squeeze out a little more than a tiny drop, but you don't want to flood the whole false nail because too much glue is going to do the exact opposite of what you want done. It's going to make it much easier for the nail to break off because there will just be too much glue. Whereas if you apply too little glue, there will not be enough to keep it holding on to the nail. So try to see here. I know my camera just really isn't the best. It looks like I swirl around a couple times. However, I was having a difficult time getting the glue out of the tube. So a lot of me swirling it was to get it around the whole part where my nail would be and just creating a nice even layer. Look at it this way. If you hold the nail upright once you put your glue on, if the glue wants to just drip off into a huge puddle, you probably put too much glue on. So try to just use your better judgment. Trying to figure out the appropriate amount of glue to use may take a couple tries because in the beginning I was one of those people who used way too much and my nails always broke off. So there's that. Sometimes when I put the nail onto my nail bed, you can see me wiping my finger. That is just to get some of the extra glue that might have squeezed out of the nail off. You want to wipe that off quickly before it dries. So that's what I was doing there. Now that all my nails are glued on, I'm going to take that softer file that I was using earlier and I'm going to file the tops of these nails. Sometimes false nails will have like a little tab or a sharp piece from where they were broken off. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. So anyways, I'm just filing the tops of those and also to square them out a little bit more. Now that that's done, they're all looking pretty good. They look really nice for just coming right out of the box. Now after I already posed for about 5 minutes with my new fingernails, I realized that if you want to be extra crazy, then this is something else that you can do. Just because they are a pre-made set of false nails doesn't mean that you can't accessorize them the way you want. So I'm using my Salon Perfect nail polish in Oh No Hunty, and this is even though it looks pink, it goes on your nail pretty clear, and it has these blue and pink sparkles in it. And I figured for going over some of these nails, it would just look perfect. So I painted my pinky and my thumb. Now you can always add other colors, you can paint over them entirely, you can add gems, whatever you want, so that you can truly make them yours. I hope you guys found this video helpful, especially if you're a beginner and you want to practice putting on false nails. Thank you so much for watching. Please click that like button and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another video with me. And I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Bye!